Okay, we're going to go ahead and show you how to use the new enhancement for collecting parent ratings. Obviously, you need to be logged into the e-DECA system, and once you are logged in, you can go to e-DECA Management, Manage Children, Work with Existing Children. You can search for the child by their site and group assignment or by their last name, which is what I'm going to do. Click on Submit, and Marcy Jones is indeed the child I'm looking for. So I need to go over to the column titled Contacts and click on the Select link here. And we'll see the contacts listed for Marcy. So here is her father, Mark Jones. We need to go to the icon, the little paper and pencil icon under Update. And here we'll see Mark's information. We can see that his name is listed, any other information, and you'll see that the email address for the purposes of this demo is just our email here at Devereaux. So that is listed. We always want to make sure the email address is listed, and then we can go to Rating Request, which will take you to the Rating Request page. Now I'll show you a little bit later, but you'll see this drop down here. Obviously the only option right now is New Rating. If we had already submitted a request, we would see that rating request here. So we'll see that in a little bit. If we scroll down here, we'll see Marcy's information, the child we're looking to get a parent rating completed for, her site and group assignment. You'll see that the record form is already pre-populated by the system according to Marcy's age. If it was incorrect, perhaps if maybe the child's on the borderline in between assessments and you do want to still get maybe a toddler assessment, you can change that. But for this particular child, we do want to get a preschool assessment completed for her. You'll see we do need to select the rating period just like we would completing an assessment normally. So we can select pre, mid, post, or other. Now this is where we want to pause for a moment and clarify that it is still the case that for one rating year, you can only submit one teacher pre-assessment, one parent pre-assessment, one teacher mid-assessment, one parent mid-assessment, and so on. And for the purposes of group reports, like the group profile report, you want to make sure that you're selecting either pre, mid, or post, of course, depending on the time that you're collecting this assessment. And if you have more than one parent in the system for this child and you want to select, you want to request ratings from them, you can only select one option. So for this parent, we would select, for instance, pre for this example. If we had Marcy's mother in the system and we wanted to collect a rating from her mother as well, we would actually have to select pre for the father and other for the mother, because we can't request more than one pre from a parent. It would be the same for a teacher as well. So we do recommend that you send the rating request to one parent only, but if you did want to collect ratings from both, just keep in mind that you can only put in one pre, so one pre from the parent, and then if you do want to collect a rating from a second parent or guardian, you do need to select other in that case. Okay, moving forward, you see the rater listed obviously as the father. The email address we mentioned for this demo is just our Devereaux email address. You'll see the rest of this information isn't listed because we haven't sent the request yet. And then this little notice down here, notify requester. So the requester, obviously, which is me right now, I can select email. And what this means is that after Mark Jones receives the email asking to complete the assessment, once he completes it and submits it, I will actually get an email notification that he completed it. You don't have to select this if you don't want. You could always just come back to the same page to see whether or not the assessment form is completed by looking at this section here. And I do also want to note that the email will only work if your email address is attached to your user account. And if you're unsure whether or not it is, you could just go back up to the toolbar and go to e-DECA Management, Manage My Account, and if your email address is listed there, then you should be good to go. If it's not, you might want to input your email address there and then press Save. Okay, so I think for this example, I'm just going to go with no. I just want to come back later, look at this page, and see if Mark Jones completed the assessment. You can submit any notes here you might need just to remind you about anything specific to this rating. And then once you're done here, you can just go ahead and click on Save the Request. The rating request has been added, so you'll see that little red notice here. But we're not done yet. So you'll see now that the request has been added to this request drop-down menu up here. So we can set up a new rating request, or we can edit the request that we just saved. Now I say saved because it hasn't been sent yet. So we make sure that all the information is good, and now we see a new button that says send the request. And once we click this, the email will be sent to Marcy's father to complete the rating. So let's click on Send the Request. And the red notice up here again has been updated to the rating request has been sent. So if you scroll down a little more, you'll see the information has been filled in. Email has been sent on September 17th, 2020. You'll see obviously we don't have the date completed date yet because he has not completed it. And the email that Mark is actually going to receive is this email right here. Now this email example actually has different names listed, but it is the same general message. It says hello to the parent or guardian. It has your name, the requester's name listed, and is telling them that this person has requested that you complete a Devereaux Early Childhood Assessment, DECA, for the child's name. Tells them about how long it might take for them to complete it, encourages them to complete in a quiet place where they can focus and read each question carefully, reflecting on the past 4 weeks with their child. And then it gives them the link to the assessment, which when they click on it, they do need Wi-Fi internet access. They click on it, they're taken to the assessment. It pops up one question at a time. So they read the questions, they answer each one, and once they get to the end, there's a big submit button that they click on. So they submit it, it gives them a notice that the rating has been completed, and then that's it. They close out of their internet browser window. And if they want, we here at Devereaux actually created a video from Devereaux Early Childhood Specialist and National Trainer Dr. Nefertiti Pointer, who talks directly to parents and families about their important involvement in use of the DECA program. So that's just something a little extra in case parents want a little more information and guidance from us here at the Devereaux Center for Resilient Children. And that's that. That's the email that they receive. As soon as they complete the assessment, it'll be automatically input into the e-DECA system in your e-DECA program. And you can then use it to pull single rating reports, group profile reports, and all of that.